Hi, welcome to the channel where I review the latest movies from around the world. The film Fall, released in 2022, is one of the notable entries in the survival thriller genre in recent years. By relying on one of the most primal human fears, the fear of height and falling, the film aims to deliver an intense and anxiety-inducing experience for the audience. Directed by Scott Mann-Fall, avoids complex storytelling or deep character development, and instead chooses a highly limited yet extremely dangerous situation, dedicating all of its narrative energy to turning that situation into the core source of suspense. The film is an example of works that focus more on the viewer's sensory experience than on narrative complexity. The overall atmosphere of Fall is cold, harsh, and deeply unsafe. From the very beginning, the film attempts to instill a sense of vulnerability in the audience, an effect achieved not only through the story itself, but also through visual design, extended silences, and the terrifying distance from the ground. The lack of varied locations and the confinement of the story to a single vertical space intensify the feeling of entrapment. At no point does the audience feel secure, and this constant unease forms the foundation of the film's suspense. The story follows two young friends who decide to climb a massive abandoned radio tower as part of a thrilling adventure and a personal challenge. The tower is located in a remote area, and signs of decay and danger are evident from the start. Despite these warnings, the characters proceed with the climb. After reaching the very top of the tower, an unexpected disaster occurs. The ladder collapses completely, eliminating any chance of descent. From this point on, they are trapped at a deadly height, cut off from effective communication with the outside world, and left with extremely limited resources. The film then focuses on their struggle to survive managing water and food supplies, making risky decisions, enduring extreme psychological pressure, and confronting environmental threats and unforeseen dangers. As the story unfolds, it becomes clear that in such conditions, the greatest enemy is not only the environment, but also fear, despair, and mental exhaustion. The greatest strength of Fall lies in its realistic depiction of height. Vertical shots, genuine distance from the ground, and restrained visual exaggeration make the fear feel tangible. This is one of the rare films capable of provoking physical reactions such as dizziness or anxiety in the viewer. The framing is carefully constructed to constantly convey instability. The camera is often positioned in a way that forces the audience to feel the risk of falling rather than simply observe it. Silence, wind, and the creaking of metal play a crucial role in building tension. The absence of overly dramatic music allows the suspense to feel more natural and grounded. The film avoids unnecessary subplots and keeps all its elements aligned with a single goal: sustaining tension within a life-or-death survival scenario. Despite its compelling premise, the narrative lacks significant depth, and several story developments are relatively predictable. Some character choices appear driven more by the need to heighten suspense than by realistic logic, which may reduce the film's credibility for some viewers. In the latter part of the film, repeated situations cause the pacing to slow, making certain sequences feel unnecessarily drawn out. Although Fall is highly effective during the viewing experience, it leaves relatively little material for long-term reflection once the film concludes. Fall is a film that prioritizes immersion over narrative complexity. While it may not offer a deep or lasting philosophical message, it succeeds remarkably well in delivering a tense, nerve-wracking experience. For audiences who enjoy survival films and high-stress confined scenarios, Fall can be a challenging yet impactful watch, one that grips the viewer tightly during its runtime, even if its resonance fades shortly after.